Welcome back to the CyrenX podcast. I'm Amara, and today I want to talk about something that might genuinely make you feel better if you've ever tried to completely reinvent yourself on a Monday and then felt like you failed by Thursday. I think so many of us do this. We get inspired, we buy the new journal, we make the new routine, maybe even get the cute gym set, and suddenly we're convinced this is it. New month, new habits, new personality, new life. And then one stressful week happens, we miss a few things, and immediately it becomes, see, I knew I couldn't stick to anything. But I honestly don't think most of us are bad at consistency. I think we're just expecting change to happen way faster than it usually does. There's a well-known habit study that found it took around 66 days on average for a new behavior to start feeling more automatic. And even that varied a lot, depending on the person and the habit. So, no, there isn't some magical day 66 where you wake up and suddenly become a completely different woman. If anything, the point is that change usually takes longer than a motivational reel makes it look. And weirdly, I find that comforting because it means the awkward middle is normal. The days where the new routine still feels forced are normal. Forgetting and slipping back into an old pattern is normal. Not immediately feeling like her just because you bought the notebook and made the plan is also very, very normal. Becoming someone new is really just repetition before identity catches up. At first, you're the girl trying to journal. Then one day, without even realizing it, you're just someone who journals. At first, you have to push yourself to go for the walk, and then eventually you start missing it when you don't go. At first, saying no feels rude and uncomfortable, and then slowly protecting your time starts to feel natural. That shift matters because I think a lot of us quit while the behavior is still new, awkward, and slightly annoying. We mistake discomfort for a sign that something isn't meant for us. This doesn't feel natural becomes, this isn't me. But of course, it doesn't feel like you yet. You're literally practicing becoming someone new, and this is where manifestation starts to feel much more real to me. If the version of you that you're trying to become has different habits, stronger boundaries, more confidence, different standards, maybe even different reactions to the same old situations, then becoming her isn't one giant decision. It's hundreds of tiny repetitions. You don't just wake up confident one day. Like, you collect evidence that you can handle things. You don't wake up disciplined. You keep promises to yourself often enough that you start trusting your own word. You don't wake up healed. You notice the old pattern, and little by little, you choose something different until that new choice stops feeling foreign. So here's what I really want you to stop doing. Stop restarting your entire life every time you have one bad day. You missed the workout? Go tomorrow. You spent too much? Make the next decision better. You texted the person you said you were done with? Okay. Notice what happened, learn from it, and choose again. One imperfect day does not erase the woman you're becoming. And honestly, this is why I love the idea of a longer journey instead of chasing a perfect streak. A streak can make one missed day feel like everything is ruined. A journey reminds you that you're still moving, even if some days look messier than others. So your little mission today is to pick one tiny behavior that your future self would probably do without overthinking it. Maybe she drinks water before coffee. Maybe she checks her bank account instead of avoiding it. Maybe she walks for 10 minutes. Maybe she reads 5 pages before bed. Maybe she stops checking someone's Instagram when she already knows it sends her into a spiral. Keep it almost embarrassingly small because the goal is not to impress yourself for 3 days. The goal is to make it easy enough that you can still choose it when life is boring, busy, messy, inconvenient, and very much not giving. New era. That is how identity changes, not through intensity, but through repetition. And that's really the philosophy behind the 180-day becoming her journey inside CyrenX. You don't need to perform some perfect transformation. You just keep collecting small pieces of evidence. I said I would do this, and I did. I listened to myself. I made a better choice. I showed up again. And one day, those choices stop feeling like something you're trying to become. They just start feeling like you. So if you're in the messy middle right now, don't rush it. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're practicing becoming someone your life hasn't fully caught up with yet. And honestly, that's where the real change is happening. I'll see you in the next episode.